Hi there. Today I'm talking about a coincidence. Um, my friends were um, teasing me about being single, and somehow joking around, they came up with this fictional guy named Kyle and all the attributes of him and how, if he had a yacht or whatever, that they could all come on the yacht. And it was just kind of a joke. But, anyways, for whatever reason, they named him Kyle. And I believe that conversation started um, a weekend that we were all together and we went on this cruise, just a day cruise, like this music thing. Anyways, the following weekend, I was with my friend, just one of the girls, and we were going to go to this car show where they had a band playing, and then and then we were going to drive to another town about 20 minutes away, which was a street fair. And at the street fair they also had a band playing. But anyway, so we're at this car show and it was really fun. The music was really good and everything, but we decided, okay, we'll go check out the other event. So my friend had to go to the washroom, so we went to Starbucks, and she didn't want a coffee, so I stood in line and she went to the restroom. So as I was standing in line, the cashier asked the person in front of me his name, and he said his name was Kyle. And he was a lot younger than me. He was just kind of a kid, but anyway, his name was Kyle. So my friend came out of the washroom, and then we went outside, and I said, oh, like I'd already gotten my coffee and everything. We went outside, and I said, oh, the guy in front of me's name was Kyle. Haha, funny coincidence. And she's like, yeah. And I said, what do you think the odds of that are? And she said, oh, not very good. And I thought, I don't know. I thought there's probably a few people named Kyle, and just because he was standing in front of me, it was kind of a funny coincidence, but not that big a deal, right? So anyway, we head off to the street like the street fair, and it has all these vendors. It's like a long street with all these blocks, and it has street vendors and jewelry and everything you could imagine at any kind of street event. But anyways, we go there and I see this information booth. So I walk up to the information booth and I say to the lady, where is the music? Like, where's the band playing? And she said, oh, that's on Kyle Street. I'm like, what? She's like, Kyle Street. I look at my friend and she's like, whoa. And I go, I didn't know there was a Kyle Street. And she's like, yeah, it's just a couple of blocks down that way. So we head off to Kyle Street and I take a photograph of Kyle Street. So it's as if this intelligence, which is very playful, I think at times, was kind of showing off, like, oh, I give you a little nudge, a little coincidence, and you kind of make light of it. So now I give you this one. So the thing that's really interesting about this is, I've always wondered, like, if there is this universal intelligence, how do we talk to it? Like, in my world, I've never had it talk to me in language, at least not in English or in, verbally. Although some people say that they do actually hear, the voice of something. But anyways, I never have. So, but it does communicate. It seems to communicate. And it seems to communicate kind of playfully, like it's kind of showing off kind of thing, right? So anyways, in my estimation, these, if you are asking the universe for something, or you're asking the intelligence to, give you something, it seems like it can organize events. It always feels like it can organize events. In other words, it knows more than you know. So if that same thing was to happen, and say that the toilets were on Kyle Street and not the band, maybe I would have had too much coffee at Starbucks and asked the lady, where is the toilet, instead of asking her. But I just asked her one question, where is the band? But you know what I mean? That could have gone many, many different ways. But I had no idea where this band was playing, nor did I even know there was a Kyle Street in that town, even though now I do. And I did take a picture of it. So I just wanted to share with you just the playfulness that you can have with what I think is the intelligence, and you can sort of have these coincidences, these fun coincidences happen. Now, don't get me wrong. This same intelligence will allow you to wallow in misery if that's what you choose to do. So it just seems to match whatever it is that you're thinking about yourself and your life. So it also appears to me that it eavesdrops at all times on your conversation. So I think that's where people get into trouble when they're manifesting, is they think, I'll just ask and then I'll go back to talking, thinking, feeling, having conversations with my mom, having conversations with my friends about how nothing's going right, and thinking that, and wondering why they're not manifesting, because it's always listening. It's always eavesdropping. It's gathering information. It's gathering intel at all times. So you have to be aware of your thoughts and your feelings and your conversations, and just tip the scale in your own favor. Like, do yourself a favor. Tip the scales in favor of things going well. That's my video for today. I hope you have a great day. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one.